In today's video, we're going to be looking at the comparison of the French Bulldog and the American Bulldog. These two Bulldog breeds couldn't be more different, so let's get started with this video. So let's get into today's video. We'll be looking at the differences between the French Bulldog and the American Bulldog. We'll start with a quick look at their remarkable history. Whilst both of these breeds are rooted in the Old English Bulldog, the American Bulldog was introduced to America in the 1800s by immigrants who travelled with their working dogs. These dogs were big, powerful and loyal, utilised in guarding livestock. They weren't named for their appearance but for their similarity to the ancestral Bulldog, which was a strong, tall, athletic dog and used for bull baiting and protection. Throughout World War I and World War II, the breed nearly died out, but thanks to the pioneering tactics of John D. Johnson and Alan Scott, they managed to recover the breed from the surviving stock found on farms throughout the southeast of America. The French Bulldog was popular in the lace-making industry hub of Nottingham around 150 years ago. It was from here that this loyal little dog was taken over to France with workers after the collapse of the Industrial Revolution. The popularity travelled from Normandy to Paris and continued to grow. In France, they became known as Bulldog Français. These lively little dogs made their way into all walks of Parisian life, from cafe owners and rag traders to ladies of the night. The French then became guardians of the breed and cultivated the compact body and straightened legs, whilst ridding them of the underbite of the Old English Bulldog. Now that we know a little bit about the history of the breeds, let's look into a brief comparison of their strikingly different appearances. Much like the original Bulldog breed, the American specimen has retained the tall, athletic structure. They are well-boned, muscular, with a large, broad head and wide muzzle. Fully grown, a male will reach between 22 to 27 inches at the shoulder and a female will be around 20 to 25 inches. In general, a male can reach up to 54 kilograms and a female up to 41 kilograms. All of these components make them a formidable guardian of livestock. The Kennel Club recognises three coats: solid, brindle or pied, which is white with patches of solid colour. It's worth noting that the breed standard penalises those bred with faults that would impede on their working ability. Now, the French Bulldog is almost worlds away from the American Bully. Its general appearance can be described as compact. They will be no taller than 19 inches at the shoulder, and males should weigh no more than 12 kilograms, females should be no more than 10 kilograms. The French Bulldog Club of England describes them as having no point exaggeration, meaning that they should be the polar opposite of a dachshund. Their skulls are domed with well-developed cheek muscles, a broad jaw and no exaggerated jowls. Even their ears are rounded. Whilst the breed standard calls for stuck-up bat ears, they shouldn't come to a point. Perhaps the most striking feature, or lack of, in a French Bulldog is its muzzle. This breed has a famously short muzzle, making them a brachycephalic breed. If you're not familiar with this term, don't worry, it will be explored more in the health portion of this video. Enough about the aesthetics. We'll now look into the temperament of the two breeds. American Bulldogs are equal parts of confident, gentle and loving. In the field, they are the confident, powerful guardians, and in the home, they're loving and loyal companions. Whilst they tolerate children, they're best in homes without young kids, as they tend not to realise their own size and strength. With their families, they're loving, but with strangers, they could be standoffish and wary. This unwanted trait can be curbed by making sure they're socialised appropriately from a young age. Another trait that is best controlled by proper socialisation is their tendency to be dog aggressive. Proper puppy socialisation is absolutely key in establishing any puppy's confidence and familiarity in their lives with you. Now, unlike the American Bulldog, the Frenchie is a companion dog through and through. This little dog much prefers the company of people to being isolated. With that being said, if you are precious about sharing your favourite spot on the sofa, then this breed probably isn't for you. Their affection is arguably what has made them one of the most popular breeds today, but it's worth noting that they may become possessive of their owners. As a couple, you can tackle this by training in equal parts and spending as much time with your Frenchie as your partner. When training these little dogs, be prepared to come across an intelligent pet with a stubborn and mischievous side. Due to this, you may need to remind them on occasion where they are in your family pack, but consistent training should reduce the need for this.
Hey guys, very quickly, I just wanted to ask, are you following us over on Instagram? If you're not, there's two accounts I would love for you to check out. The first one is our brand account, at Fenrir Canine Leaders, where you can see more about our industry-leading products that we create. If you're interested in following me personally, that's at I Am Will Atherton, where you can see behind the scenes of me working with some of the most extreme behaviour cases in the world and what it takes to run these kind of YouTube channels. And maybe if you just want to be able to come over and chat with me, that's the place for you. So there'll be links down in the description box for both of our Instagram pages. I'd love for you to come and check them out, and hopefully we'll chat over there.
For a dog of its size, the American Bulldog has a relatively long lifespan of 10 to 16 years, and whilst they're considered a healthy breed overall, they can have some common genetic issues. As with many big dogs, the American Bulldog can suffer with hip and or elbow dysplasia. The risk of this can be lowered with responsible breeding that include the hip and elbow scoring of both breeding bitch and the stud. In severe cases, it can cause your bully to require physical therapy, a lifetime on anti-inflammatory drugs, or even joint replacements. Because of this common issue, it is even more important to keep your American Bulldog to a healthy weight to reduce stress on these joints. The level of exercise required for an American Bulldog will vary throughout its lifetime. As a puppy, they should not be over-exercised, as this can cause extra pressure on their growing joints. In their mature state, they require at least 60 minutes of interesting and varied walks to satisfy their inquisitive nature and prevent unwanted weight gain. As mentioned in the appearance portion of this video, the French Bulldog is categorised as a brachycephalic breed. This encapsulates all breeds with a shortened muzzle or a flat face. Symptoms of this include laboured breathing, breathing difficulty, stress or heat intolerance, and a higher risk of asphyxiation pneumonia. It is crucial to be aware of the challenges of owning a brachycephalic dog to ensure that you're able to keep your French's quality of life high. A healthy French Bulldog can be with you for up to 10 to 14 years. With their good ligament strength and compact size, they're at a lower risk of broken bones when they're charging around in boisterous play. Whilst they love a good romp around, they shouldn't be allowed to overly exert themselves. Despite the detriment of their flat faces, the French Bulldog tends to have good skin, good fertility, and isn't prone to tumours. This is all dependent on the care, lifestyle and diet of your French Bulldog, but generally speaking, they are hardy little dogs. Now for more on their training and intelligence. The American Bulldog is an intelligent and inquisitive breed. Paired with their size, this will require consistent training with a strong hand. If not trained from a young age, they will become willful and difficult. Whilst they don't respond well to harsh correction, they are extremely responsive to positive reinforcement. Figuring out if your own pup is food, toy or praise orientated early on will be key to their training too. This being said, they will need to be reminded on occasion where they stand in your family pack and who the alpha is. This isn't so much of a power issue, but more that they need the reassurance of knowing who to look to for guidance. Historically, Frenchies are companion dogs, making them savvy to living harmoniously alongside their humans. But as much as they love to please us, they are stubborn to a fault if left untrained from a young age. Introducing simple commands as puppies will allow them to learn what it means to please you. Like with their American cousins, they respond well to positive reinforcement and food rewards, but not so much harsh correction. Whilst you can't expect a dog that rivals those at Cruff, you'd be surprised at how intelligent and eager to learn these little dogs are. Consistent training will mean that you can teach your Frenchie tricks throughout their lifetime. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If so, make sure you hit that like button, get involved in the comment section below, and don't forget that if you are new here, to make sure that you subscribe. We have 2 dedicated French Bulldog videos coming here every single week, so I can't wait to talk to you again on the next episode of the French Bulldog channel.